welcome back for another deep dive. Today, we're looking at ChatGPT for business ideas.
Okay.
Specifically, how to use it to generate creative new ideas.
Right.
We're going to be referencing a blog post. It's called How to Use ChatGPT for Business Ideas. Pretty straightforward.
Yeah, makes sense.
But sometimes the most straightforward titles are the best ones because they get right to the point.
Definitely.
So before we jump in, what are your initial thoughts about using AI for brainstorming business ideas?
Well, I think it has a lot of potential. In the past, we were limited by our own creativity
Yeah.
and the resources we had available. But with AI, it's like having a brainstorming partner
Yeah.
that can come up with ideas 24/7.
Yeah.
So that's exciting.
It is exciting, and the blog post jumps right into some applications. One of the first things they mention is content marketing.
Okay.
Now, this is something we've talked about before, but it's worth revisiting because ChatGPT can really change the game when it comes to creating content.
In what ways?
Well, think about it. You can use it to generate blog posts, articles, website, copy, even social media posts.
Wow. So it can handle pretty much any type of content.
Yeah, and it can even tailor the content to target specific keywords and topics.
So it's not just about generating random text.
No, it's about creating content. That's actually strategic and helps you achieve your business goals.
That makes a lot of sense.
And that's a big deal because in the past, creating this type of content could take hours,
Right.
even days. But with ChatGPT, you can do it in minutes.
That's incredible.
But it's not about replacing human creativity altogether.
Right.
What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's important to remember that ChatGPT is a tool. It can help us be more efficient and come up with new ideas.
Yeah.
But it's still up to us to add that human touch, to make sure the content aligns with our brand and resonates with our audience.
So it's like a partnership between human and AI.
Exactly.
Okay, so content marketing is one area where ChatGPT can really shine. But what about email marketing?
That's another area where I see a lot of potential, especially when it comes to personalization.
Yeah, because we all know that personalized emails get better results.
Definitely.
But creating those personalized emails can be time-consuming.
Absolutely.
So how can ChatGPT help with that?
Well, it can generate different versions of your email based on the recipient's interests,
Oh, wow.
their past behavior, even their demographics.
So it's taking all that data and using it to create emails that are more likely to be opened and read and ultimately lead to conversions.
Exactly.
That's impressive.
And it can also help with A/B testing.
Okay, remind me what A/B testing is.
It's basically when you send out two different versions of an email to see which one performs better.
Oh, right.
So you might test different subject lines, different calls to action, different layouts.
And then you see which one gets more opens, more clicks, more conversions.
Yeah, thankfully.
And ChatGPT can help you generate those different versions of your emails so you can run those A/B tests.
And optimize your campaigns.
So it's not just about writing emails. It's about helping you make data-driven decisions.
I like that.
It's about working smarter, not harder.
Definitely.
All right, so we've talked about content marketing and email marketing. What about social media?
Social media, the bane of many entrepreneurs' existence.
I know, right? It can feel like a full-time job,
It definitely can.
especially if you're trying to do it all yourself. But the good news is ChatGPT can help with that too.
Really? How so?
Well, it can generate engaging social media posts, it can respond to comments, it can even handle direct messages.
Wow. So it can basically manage your entire social media presence.
Yeah, in a way. But of course, there's still a need for that human element.
Right.
Because social media is all about connecting with real people and
Definitely.
building relationships. So while ChatGPT can handle some of those basic tasks, you'll still want to be involved in engaging with your followers authentically.
I think that's crucial.
It is, because at the end of the day, people want to connect with other people, not just with bots. So it's about finding that balance between automation and human interaction.
Exactly.
Now let's move on to SEO.
Okay. SEO, search engine optimization.
Yeah, this is where things get a little more technical. But essentially, it's about making sure your website and your content are visible to people who are searching for information online.
Right.
And ChatGPT can be a really powerful tool for SEO.
In what ways?
Well, it can help you with keyword research, it can help you create content that's optimized for search engines, and it can even analyze search trends.
You can see what people are actually searching for.
That's really valuable. It is, because if you know what people are searching for, you can create content that meets their needs, and that's more likely to rank higher in search results.
Makes sense.
So it's like ChatGPT is giving you a cheat sheet to the Google search algorithm.
I like that analogy.
Okay, so we've covered content marketing, email marketing, social media, and SEO.
That's a lot.
It is, but there's more. The blog post also talks about message response writing. This is something that I personally struggle with. I feel like I spend half my day just responding to emails and messages.
I hear you. It can be time-consuming.
It can, and it can also be draining. Because sometimes you're just sending the same responses over and over again. But ChatGPT can help with that.
How so?
It can generate personalized responses to messages based on the content of the message.
So it's not just sending out canned responses.
No, it's actually understanding what the person is saying and crafting a response that's tailored to their specific needs.
That's impressive.
It is, and it can save you a lot of time and energy so you can focus on more important tasks.
Like what?
Well, for example, if you're an e-commerce business owner, you could use ChatGPT to handle customer inquiries so you can focus on fulfilling orders or developing new products.
That makes a lot of sense.
It does, and it can also improve customer satisfaction because people appreciate getting quick and personalized responses.
Definitely.
Now, speaking of e-commerce, the blog post also mentions how ChatGPT can be used to write product descriptions.
Okay, that's interesting.
It is, because imagine you have an online store with hundreds or even thousands of products, writing unique and compelling descriptions for each of those products would take forever. And it would also be really boring.
I can imagine.
But ChatGPT can help you automate that process. It can generate product descriptions that highlight the key features and benefits of each product.
So it's not just about writing generic descriptions.
No, it's about creating descriptions that actually sell, descriptions that make people want to buy your products.
That's really smart.
It is, and it can save you a ton of time and effort so you can focus on other aspects of your business.
Like marketing or customer service.
Exactly.
So we've seen how ChatGPT can be used for content marketing, email marketing, social media, SEO, message response writing, and product descriptions. What else?
Well, the blog post also mentions a few other applications that are a little bit more out there.
Oh, I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
Okay, so one of them is translation services.
Translation services. How does that work?
Well, ChatGPT can translate text from one language to another pretty quickly and accurately.
Wow, so you could use it to translate your website, your marketing materials, your product descriptions.
Yeah, basically anything you need translated, you can use ChatGPT to do it.
That's amazing.
It is, and it opens up a whole new world of possibilities for businesses because now you can reach a global audience.
Without having to hire expensive translators.
Exactly, so it's a really cost-effective way to expand your business internationally.
I like it.
Okay, so another interesting application is something called ChatGPT editing services.
ChatGPT editing service. What is that?
Well, the idea is that while ChatGPT can generate content, it might not always be perfect.
Right. It's still a machine.
Exactly. So there's a need for human editors who can take that AI-generated content and refine it, make sure it's clear, concise, and aligned with the client's brand voice.
So it's like a hybrid approach, combining the power of AI with the expertise of human editors.
Yeah, exactly.
That makes sense.
And the last business idea that they mentioned in the blog post is ChatGPT consulting.
ChatGPT consulting. What does that involve?
Well, basically, you would help businesses figure out how to use ChatGPT effectively. You would help them identify the best applications for their specific needs, and you would help them implement ChatGPT into their workflows.
So it's like being a ChatGPT expert.
Yeah, basically. You're helping businesses navigate this new technology and get the most out of it.
That's a really valuable service.
It is, because ChatGPT can be a powerful tool, but it can also be overwhelming.
Especially for businesses that are new to AI.
So having a consultant who can guide them through the process can be really helpful.
I can see that.
So we've covered a lot of ground here. We've talked about a ton of different ways that ChatGPT can be used for business, from content marketing to translation services and everything in between.
It's amazing how versatile this technology is.
It really is. And we've also talked about the importance of that human touch, of using ChatGPT as a tool to enhance our own abilities rather than replacing us altogether.
I think that's a key takeaway.
It is, because at the end of the day, it's still humans who are driving these businesses, and it's humans who are making the decisions. So ChatGPT is just a tool to help us achieve our goals.
I agree.
Now, the blog post also provides some tips for starting a ChatGPT-based business.
Oh, that's interesting. I'd love to hear more about that. Maybe we can dive into that after a quick break.
Sounds good to me. We'll be right back. So we talked about all this cool applications for ChatGPT in business, but let's say someone's listening and they're thinking, okay, this is great, but how do I actually start a business around this?
Well, that's where this blog post gets really interesting. It actually gives some tips for launching a ChatGPT-based business.
Oh, perfect. So where do they say to begin?
The first thing they emphasize is a solid business plan.
Okay, so not just jumping in head first.
Right. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of new tech, but you need a roadmap. What are your goals? Who's your target audience?
Yeah.
What makes your ChatGPT service unique?
Yeah, that makes sense. Having a clear plan can keep you focused and also be super helpful if you're trying to get funding or bring on partners.
Exactly. It shows you've thought things through.
So business plan, step one, what's next?
Next, they talk about really understanding your target audience.
Okay, so like figuring out if you're going after small businesses or big corporations or maybe even individual freelancers.
Exactly. It's about knowing who will benefit most from your services.
Hmm.
Are you helping e-commerce stores with product descriptions? Are you targeting marketing agencies that need help with content creation? Once you know who you're serving, you can tailor your offerings to their specific needs.
It's like finding your niche within the ChatGPT world.
Exactly.
All right, so we've got our business plan. We know who we're targeting now. How do we actually reach those people? How do we get the word out?
Well, marketing is key, of course. The blog post recommends using digital marketing strategies, things like social media email campaigns and content marketing to attract clients.
Hold on, isn't that a bit ironic? We're talking about using ChatGPT for marketing a business that's all about ChatGPT.
It might seem that way, but it actually makes perfect sense. You're using the tool to market itself, showcasing its capabilities in a real-world scenario.
I see. So you could have ChatGPT write social media posts about how awesome ChatGPT is for social media marketing.
Precisely, you're demonstrating the value proposition directly.
Yeah.
But you can go even further. You can create blog posts about how specific industries can benefit from ChatGPT, case studies of successful implementations, webinars showing off its features. The possibilities are really endless.
Wow, that's pretty meta.
It is, but it's also incredibly effective.
Okay, so we've got a plan, a target audience, and a marketing strategy powered by ChatGPT itself. What else do we need to consider?
The blog post suggests offering value-added services to really stand out from the competition.
Okay, so what does that mean in the context of ChatGPT?
Well, let's say you're providing ChatGPT-generated content. You could also offer human editing SEO optimization, even consulting on how to best integrate that content into a client's overall strategy.
So it's about becoming a one-stop shop for all things ChatGPT, not just providing the raw output, but offering a comprehensive suite of services.
Exactly. It's about understanding that ChatGPT is a powerful tool, but it's most effective when combined with human expertise and strategic thinking.
Clients are looking for partners who can help them navigate this new landscape, not just someone who can push a button and generate text.
Precisely, becoming a ChatGPT expert is just as important as mastering the technology itself.
So it's not just about technical skills, it's about understanding the business implications and having that strategic vision.
Absolutely. And that leads us to the final and perhaps most crucial tip the blog post offers.
Okay, I'm all ears.
Embrace continuous learning.
I can see why that's important. The world of AI is constantly evolving, new updates, new features. It's a lot to keep up with.
It is, but it's essential if you want to stay ahead of the curve in this industry. You can't just learn the basics and call it a day. You need to be constantly seeking out new information, experimenting with new features, and expanding your skill set.
So how do you recommend staying up to date on all the latest ChatGPT developments? It feels like there's something new every day.
There are a lot of great resources available: online industry, blogs, podcasts, online courses, webinars, you name it. There are also communities and forums where you can connect with other ChatGPT enthusiasts and experts and learn from their experiences.
So it's about being proactive, seeking out information, and engaging with the community.
Exactly. The most successful ChatGPT entrepreneurs will be the ones who are constantly learning and adapting to the ever-changing landscape of AI.
Wow, so we've covered a lot of ground here. We've talked about building a business plan, defining your target audience, creating a marketing strategy, offering value-added services, and embracing continuous learning. It seems like starting a ChatGPT business is about so much more than just understanding the technology.
It absolutely is. It's about having that entrepreneurial mindset, being able to identify opportunities and solve problems, and being willing to constantly learn and adapt.
It's about combining the power of AI with human ingenuity and creativity.
Exactly, and I think that's what makes it such an exciting field to be in. Right now, we're really just scratching the surface of what's possible with ChatGPT.
Well, before we get too carried away brainstorming all the amazing ChatGPT businesses we could start, I think it's time to shift gears and look at some real-world examples of companies that are already using this technology in innovative ways.
Oh, I'd love to see what others are doing. I bet we can get some inspiration for our own ChatGPT ventures.
Let's dive in. Okay, so let's get into some real-world examples of companies using ChatGPT in some pretty cool ways.
Hi, I'm ready.
First up, we have Duolingo. You know, that language learning app.
Yeah, I've used it before.
Well, it turns out they're using ChatGPT to personalize those grammar lessons. You know, the ones that can get a little repetitive.
Oh, yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
So instead of just generic exercises, they're using ChatGPT to tailor the lessons to each individual user.
Wow, that's smart. So it's adapting to your strengths and weaknesses.
Exactly. It's like having a personal tutor built right into the app.
That's taking personalized learning to a whole new level.
It really is. Okay, what's our next example?
Let's talk about Jasper. They're using ChatGPT to help businesses create marketing content that actually converts.
So things like blog posts, ad copies, social media captions, all that good stuff.
Yep, all the stuff that can take forever to write, especially if you're not a natural writer.
Right. So instead of staring at a blank page, marketers can get a head start with ChatGPT generating some initial drafts.
Exactly. But here's the key. Jasper isn't just about churning out AI-generated content and calling it a day. They have a team of human editors who review and refine the output.
So it's still important to have that human touch to make sure the content is high quality and aligns with the brand.
Absolutely. It's all about finding that synergy between technology and human expertise.
I like that synergy.
Okay.
Okay, one last example.
All right, let's go.
Let's talk about legal robots. They're tackling a really interesting challenge, making legal documents more accessible to everyday people.
Okay, that sounds pretty ambitious. How are they using ChatGPT for that?
They're using it to translate complex legal jargon into plain English.
Oh, wow. So you could actually understand your contract or a legal notice without needing a law degree.
Exactly. It's about empowering people with knowledge and helping them navigate what can often be a really confusing and intimidating system.
That's a fantastic application of this technology. It's using AI for good.
I agree. Okay, so we've seen some really impressive real-world examples of how ChatGPT is being used in business. It's clear that this technology has the potential to revolutionize so many industries.
It really does, and I think we're just scratching the surface of what's possible.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into ChatGPT for business, what are some key takeaways you want our listeners to remember?
Well, first, I think it's important to approach ChatGPT and AI in general with a sense of curiosity and open-mindedness. Don't be afraid to experiment and explore its capabilities.
But also be mindful of its limitations and potential biases.
Exactly. Always remember that ChatGPT is a tool. It's up to us to use it responsibly and ethically.
And to make sure it's serving our goals, not the other way around.
Right on. And I think it's also crucial to embrace continuous learning. The world of AI is constantly evolving, so we need to be constantly updating our knowledge and skills.
It's not a set it and forget it type of technology.
Definitely. If you want to stay ahead of the curve, you need to be willing to learn and adapt.
Well said. I think that's a great note to end on. So to our listeners out there, we hope you've enjoyed this deep dive into the world of ChatGPT for business. We've covered a lot of ground, but this is just the beginning. There's so much more to explore, and we encourage you to keep learning, keep experimenting, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible with this incredible technology. Thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you next time for another deep dive.